Welcome to the Trending Today podcast, the audio extension of our award-winning television series airing on networks like Fox, Business, Bloomberg, and A&E. I'm your host, Lauren Hubbard, and today I'm joined by a woman who's turning travel stress into curated serenity, one itinerary at a time. Amanda Boyson is the co-founder of SYNT Travel and SYNT Private, a boutique travel advising brand that doesn't just plan trips, they design experiences worth remembering. Amanda, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really happy to be here.
I'm so excited. This is going to be so much fun. Number one, I can't not mention this sitting in front of you. One, you're beautiful, stunning.
Thank you.
We also have another guest that has not yet arrived Earthside, but is here with us.
Yes, this is Roman, everyone.
Roman, we're waiting for you, and we can't wait to take you all over the world.
He's already traveled more than most adults. So, yeah, he's well on his way.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you, and it's your first, right?
Yes, it is.
It's the most wonderful adventure.
Thank you.
You'll be on. And so, yeah, we're excited to have you here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
Can you tell us about SYNT and a little bit about how it started?
So we are SYNT Travel. That's spelled SYNT. It stands for See You Next Trip.
That's trending? Probably hashtag see you next trip.
Oh, we hashtag everything.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, SYNT Travel. And then you also have SYNT Private.
Yes.
Okay. And then where are you most active on socials?
On Instagram, on both of our Instagrams, especially the SYNT Travel. We put a lot of our fun stuff on there, a lot of stories. So, yeah.
Do your clients send you things, and do you do like updates from like their trips and travels?
We do. Yeah. We repost our stories. We always ask permission, can we repost you?
Oh.
Can we use your photos? And so it's a lot of fun to showcase what we can do and that real life people are using us.
Yeah. Well, and it's like a live reference. Like if you're interested, here's our resume. Here's what we're booking, and here's where we're sending people.
It shows them the capabilities that we have, and they say, oh, that so-and-so did that. I want to do that. And so it gets people excited.
I love that. Now, is everything at like one specific platform, or is there separation between SYNT Travel and SYNT Private?
We mostly utilize Instagram, but yeah, they're two separate Instagrams. So we have SYNT Travel, SYNT Travel.
Okay.
And then SYNT Private, SYNT Private.
Okay, awesome. Love that. Gonna follow. What started the idea behind travel? Was travel something that you've always done organically, and it was just natural to come up with this idea of SYNT Travel?
Yes. So myself and my business partner, Lauren, she's currently in Berlin, so that's why she's not here. Yeah, we'll get to that maybe.
Fun.
So yeah, we were always your go-to travel girls. Like everybody knew us for traveling. A little bit about me, I'm super adventurous. So I've done swimming with the whales in Tonga. I've trekked Mount Kilimanjaro. I got married in Iceland under a waterfall. So like really wild stuff. And then you've got Lauren, who is a sommelier, and she travels around to different wine regions and really gets into the culture of things. So, and we're best friends since we were 8. So everyone is always reaching out to us and like basically giving away free advice all the time. And so one day we were just chatting, and I said, if I didn't already, I was in the medical field at the time. So I said, if I didn't already have this job, I would be a travel advisor. Like, I feel like I'm so good at it. I love planning. I love organizing. Like, I just love all the experiences that it comes with. And she was like, well, why not? Let's just do it. And I said, no, we can't. Like, we're too old. In your early 30s thinking, oh, no, we can't do anything. We already have jobs. We're established. We're not going to bother. And she kind of just kept pressing me. So I was like, okay, fine, let's do it. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right.
Yes.
And we just really dove in. We learned everything there is to learn. All the legalities, like there's a lot that goes into it.
Sure.
All the industry lingo, everything. And it has just snowballed from there.
And so wait, for our viewers who may not be familiar with SYNT Travel, what is SYNT stand for?
It stands for See You Next Trip.
See you next trip.
Yeah.
How fun.
We felt like it was also like inviting. It's like a fun little plan words, but then it's also inviting like, we'll see you next time. Like you're going to plan with us, but you're going to love it so much that we'll see you next trip.
We'll see. It's like, manifesting in just your everyday language. Yeah. See you next trip. Thanks so much for booking. We'll see you next trip. I love it.
But it became like a mouthful. So we're like, let's just call it SYNT for short. So it's become SYNT Travel. Yeah.
SYNT Travel. I love that. And then you also have SYNT Private. Is there a difference between the two?
There is. So we started with SYNT Travel.
Okay.
And that's just I don't want to call call it a regular travel agency. We're not. We're so much more than that. We do a lot for our clients, but it would be for, the one-off traveler, a honeymooner, family vacations, annual vacations, things like that. But then we've got SYNT Private, which we recently launched. And with SYNT Private, it's more geared towards affluent individuals who really need us that like 24/7. We are basically on call for them 24/7. I have a guy that will call me up and say like, I need to be in Japan next week. And we're like, okay, we make it work. Or I need a hotel in New York tonight. So we're just at their beck and call. And it's a really great thing to have, especially in a place like South Florida. Like that's just an area where there's a lot of affluent individuals. They travel a lot, both for business and leisure. And so we just saw a need for it. And we recently launched it and it's been incredible.
So when did you launch?
We launched about a year ago for SYNT Private, and then we've been doing SYNT Travel for 3 years now.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, most businesses, they usually say, like, if you don't make it past the 18th month mark,
Yeah,
then
they fail. Well, because people give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so let's bust some myths here.
Okay.
Like, was it scary?
Yes.
Was it hard?
Yes. And it's still scary and it's still hard. We continue to learn and grow every single day. And like I said, we really dove in and we just learned everything there is to learn and we're still learning. So.
And has it been worth it?
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect. I love this. Okay. So what inspired, obviously you evolved into SYNT Private for that more affluent community or the members that you could serve in that pipeline. Have you found that there's been a niche in between the two, between SYNT Travel and SYNT Private?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of our SYNT travel members, they just keep coming back because they have such a good experience.
Yeah.
And then it's word of mouth and it snowballs. But I wouldn't say there's like that in-between traveler. Like if you just want to call us up every time you need us, that's fine. And so we have a handful of travelers that use us maybe 5 times a year. And then you've got the members that are using us every week. So,
and how do you already have existing relationships with these host countries? Like how are you able to manage? I mean, you have to have some travel experience, right?
Yes. So combined between Lauren and I, our travel experience helps so much.
Tell me more.
It's easier, say, if I've been to Italy 5 times to give those recommendations. And then I've went to that hotel already. I've vetted it. I know that it's going to be a good experience personally. So I can really feel comfortable. But when we haven't traveled somewhere that, of course, like you can travel only so much and I can't go everywhere in the whole world. We have created really strong partnerships with hotels and vendors. There's also something, it's a little industry secret. So it's called a DMC. It's a destination management company, and that is boots on the ground in that location. So say I have never been to Cambodia. I would personally reach out to a Cambodian DMC and I would create a partnership with them and they would help me liaison with the client. And they have highly vetted hotels, vendors, tours. And I know that my client will be well taken care of and safe because those 2 things are extremely important to me.
Okay. Well, I love that you brought in Cambodia because we're actually planning a trip to go to Cambodia. And I love that there's actually this available resource that we could use. Do you have any nonprofits that are involved or using your resources? Or is this something we could break into?
Not, but
okay,
the wheels are turning. Okay. We should break into this.
Yes, I love this. Yes. Okay. And what's the difference between a typical travel agency and the kind of work you and your co-founder Lauren are doing? But also bring it back, you have traveled quite extensively and so has Lauren.
Yeah.
It's not like you were out here just reaching out to the DMZs.
The DMCs. Yeah,
DMCs. No,
we've traveled a lot.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
Our travels, or
because
do you have a few hours?
Or just the 3 places you listed before we even started to air. Like you got married under a waterfall where?
In Iceland.
Okay.
So I'm super adventurous. And we actually, if anyone has seen our logo, the logo is a play on the 2 of us. You've got the one girl with her hiking backpack on, that's me. And then you've got Lauren with like the skirt and the wine glass, that's her.
We cater to all likes.
We kind of are like a very well-rounded travel agency. And so, I'm very adventurous. So like I said, Got married in Iceland under a waterfall, and that was incredible. I do a lot of hiking. Like I just was right before I got pregnant, actually. I was in Nepal in November and I trekked to Everest Base Camp. I was on the mountain for 2 weeks and then came home and got pregnant.
Oh
So
it was the blessings. Yeah. It was the blessings from Nepal.
Yeah, it was like something in the mountain or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And so before you were even coming on the Trending Today podcast, you were on the Trending Today on one of the features for the show, the TV show. Can you tell me more about that or like your experience?
Yes. Oh my gosh. The crew was incredible. It was such a good experience. So I'm not media trained by any means. I don't know if you can tell.
Well, you're a 10 out of 10 right now.
But they make you feel so comfortable and they kind of coach you and they go along with your vision and like what you want out of it and everything. So it was really incredible. And then with our luxury members from the SYNT private side, they really like to see that brand recognition. So we have Trending Today, which is then we're featured on Fox Business and Bloomberg. And so when they see something that's familiar to them, it gives you more credibility.
It's the legitimacy of the show and the name, and then also establishing a partnership by having guests like you and your brand on really elevates us as well because you are what's trending today.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you've said that people often think that they can do it all themselves, but then reality sets in.
Mm-hmm.
What are the most common reasons clients reach out to you?
So I would say lack of time is a huge one. I love to say that we will save you time, most definitely. I have a lot of well-traveled clients also that love to do the planning and they know exactly what they want, but they just don't have the time. Maybe they're also running businesses or they have kids or a family or just things to tend to. So it's nice for them to be able to, let us handle it and take that off of their plate. And then I would say the other thing is lack of maybe organizational and logistical skills.
Sure. And that can be intimidating for anyone.
Well,
I was just booking for 9 people to go to Cambodia and
you need me.
I know. I had Pedro. I don't even know where Pedro was in the world, but it took him 5 hours to help me with one question. And it was just so time consuming. So there's a huge benefit in having you or Lauren or your team assist in those things with the travel features that are honestly just overwhelming. And it makes you want to go, I don't even think we should go.
And that happens. I spoke with someone yesterday who said, I've been with my husband for 18 years and we've never traveled out of the country because we just don't know where to start. And I'm like,
this is great for husbands or any partners that want to surprise their person.
Exactly. Yeah. Logistically, people get nervous. They say, I don't know how to work the train system, or is it safe to drive there, or do they speak English? People get so nervous. So it's nice that they can come to us.
Yeah. And I don't know if I asked you before we started filming, but are you international? Are you everywhere?
International, yeah. Everywhere.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've created really strong partnerships across the globe.
Amanda, that's fantastic.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I think so too.
You're so meant to be right where you are. And helping everybody as you're doing your dream, you're enriching people to live out theirs.
We really are. Yeah.
So cool. Okay, let's run through the perks. What does working with a seasoned travel advisor really unlock that clients may not expect?
I think our level of expertise is a perk in itself. So the fact that we are well-traveled, I like to equate it like if you have a personal trainer, you want them to be fit. So don't you want your travel advisor to be well-traveled? Kind of something like that. Like, your hairdresser, don't you want them to have good hair? So it's like
you're going to see it's a reflection of what you can provide.
It really is. I don't want someone planning my travels who's never left, who lives in Nebraska and has never left. I want them to be a little bit more culturally experienced, been around the world.
Tell me your secrets. Yeah. Where have you been? Where would you suggest? And you can probably even be a great advisor to those that have never or are maybe just getting their passport for the first time that want to go and unlock their potential abroad, but they don't know how.
Yeah.
They can come to SYNT Travel or to SYNT Private and say, here we are. Can you help us create
And we
a
help with
wreath.
those little things too, like you just mentioned, getting your passport. Like
Stop.
someone has no idea how to do it.
Do you know how
We will
much-
direct them how to do it. We can't do it for you, but we will lead the horse to the water. We also do things like, recommend travel insurance. We educate the client. So there's a lot of little behind the scenes perks that I don't think that the average travel agent is doing.
Where have you been? We were so meant to be, like, even equipping children that have never had the access to getting a passport before. I've learned so much in doing that. The fact that you created a business to say, actually, we can do all of this for you is a relief on so many levels, to where the individual that's going on the trip can really just enjoy going on the trip.
That's the whole point. We just want you to show up. We just want you to show up, make it through airport security, and then enjoy. That's it. We don't want you to stress. And I think that's the biggest thing for our clients. They really know that with us there, we're with them literally the entire trip, before, during, and after they have access to us. So even after a trip, if maybe they need to put in an insurance claim or something, we're helping them along the way. It's really great.
And how do they stay in touch with you? Is it through, is there like a SYNT travel app, or what does that look like for somebody who's maybe not already well adversed with your platform? What does that look like?
So we have a few forms of communication, and we really just ask the client, what are you most comfortable with? So I had a few that were just in a group chat, and that's it. And so whoever gets to it, me or Lauren gets to it first, I put them on emergency override because of the time difference. So if it's 2:00 in the morning and my client calls me, I'm jumping out of bed and I'm taking care of it. Now with Lauren in Berlin, that makes things a lot easier. But yeah, we do it that way. We can communicate via email. We also do utilize an app, and it's called Travify, and I wish it was my app. It's not. I'm gonna make an app one day. Mark my words here.
Okay, we're here for it. You come back and launch
yeah,
it here.
I'm gonna come back in a couple years on the podcast, and I'm gonna be launching my app.
Yes.
But so we do talk about that. But we use Travify. It has a great itinerary service on there, and so everything is linked. Like even their flights are linked. So if there's a delay, I get an alert and they get an alert through the app. So it's really great. So then if there's a delay in a flight, then I know, I need to call their driver and let their driver know, things like that. So we can also chat through there. So there's different, however they want to chat with us. They know how to get a hold of us.
No, that's so kind, because then even if you miss your flight, or there's a lack of communication due to whatever reason, something in travel or whatever the case may be, you always know that SYNT Travel has got your back and you don't have to worry about a thing.
Exactly. It's a huge perk.
Life is already hard.
Not all agencies are like that. Some of them just book the hotel and set it and forget it, and that's it, and don't provide that support. So I really pride our business in the fact that we provide that level of support.
Going the extra mile makes all the difference.
It sure does. Yeah.
Okay, so I need to hear the Sicily helicopter story. What is this? It's trending. What is going on with the Sicily helicopter
Are you
story?
trying to give me flashbacks? Okay.
I don't know. Not if
No.
Is it a good flashback?
Everything ended well. But okay. So we had two couples. There are more higher end clientele. They were on a cruise that was going all throughout Europe. The cruise is stopping at different ports, and they didn't want to do like your average, okay, get on the bus with the rest of the cruise and go do the same tour. So we really customized all of their tours for them.
Okay.
One of the port stops was Sicily, and we had a driver that was going to take them up to a little like winery, and they were going to do a little cooking class and a wine tasting on the side of Mount Etna, like super scenic, exclusive. And you only have so long at each port, and the ship will leave without you. If you do not make it back, that ship is leaving. So we had like 7-hour window, but it was timed out, logistics again. And we get a call like an hour before they're scheduled to dock, and the driver says, there was a landslide. I'm not even at the port. I can't get there. It's not happening. Like, you're going to have to cancel. And we're like, oh no. So this is where our DMCs come in. So we reach out to a really trusted DMC that we utilize throughout Europe.
Amazing.
And we're able to source a helicopter. I'm not kidding. So we source a helicopter, and there is a landing pad in each area, like close enough. So we source a helicopter. The clients never even knew there was an issue. I just messaged them and said, like, this is what's going to happen now. You're getting in a helicopter. Like, do you feel comfortable with that? Luckily, they weren't scared or anything. And so they ended up having an incredible time, and they made it back in time for the ship to sail away.
And they never even knew that there was any kind of landslide.
I mean, we told them why,
Well, yeah.
but the whole point of it is to, when there's an issue, we really have to pivot. We really have to think outside the box, and we never want the client to know there's an issue until it's already been fixed or we're giving them an alternative. That's kind of the secret. If we can give them, hey, this happened, but we're fixing it for you. It's already been fixed. So have a good time.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What keeps you so grounded? Like, how are you able to?
We're not. So behind the scenes, we're like calling each other, and there's a little bit of panic, but you never let the client know that. And it does keep me grounded knowing that I have those partners backing me. That actually does keep me very grounded. And I feel confident again that they can provide a good level of service and keep the clients safe and happy.
Amazing. Yeah. Okay. Well, so we talk about Sicily in the helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
Are you comfortable talking about Iceland?
We're talking about the snowstorm?
The snowstorm, road closures, a total pivot. You're a pivot unicorn.
Yes, we really are. Like we amaze ourselves sometimes.
Good, yes.
Okay, so with Iceland, like the last story is cute and funny, and if they, it wouldn't be the end of the world if they couldn't make it to the winery. That's nothing dangerous.
We can get wine anywhere, it's fine.
Yes, but the Iceland story is a little bit, it was more urgent and more scary. So we had an elderly couple who already came to us with a lot of this booked. They were going to Iceland, they were going in the winter, and they had a rental car. I wouldn't tell anybody to drive their rental car around Iceland in the winter because it's so extreme, the weather, and a storm can come out of nowhere and the roads can close. So I really didn't love that, but they already had it booked. They were insistent, and they wanted us just to piecemeal a few things together for them. So we really tried to keep them safe. We gave them all of the emergency contacts in Iceland. We gave them a detailed route of like how to get there. We gave them, there's like a live tracker in Iceland, because this is how often it happens, of the road closures that you can watch which roads are closing. So we tried to prepare them as much as possible because they were going to do what they were going to do. And we get a call from them, and mind you, it's the middle of the night. And they said, we're on our way to the next hotel, but the roads are closed up ahead and it's starting to storm and we're scared. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. Again, so keep cool, keep calm and cool in front of the client.
Yeah.
Panic behind the scenes. So we're like, okay, let's think. So we tell them, drop your live location, drop us a pin so we can see where you are. And so we kind of, both Lauren and I, get on the phone and we start just seeing where are there like hotels, B&Bs, we make sure they're safe. If they weren't safe, we would have been like, okay, we need to call the like rescue authorities or something. But they were pulled over. It wasn't really like too stormy just yet. We're like, let's get you somewhere where you came back from, the road behind.
Yeah.
So we end up getting in touch with a little B&B that had an opening. And I said, okay, do you feel safe to turn around? Here's where it is. I send them the address. They say, okay, yeah, we feel safe. We can go back on the road that's still open. So they go to the Airbnb. The owners personally like meet up with them after we spoke with them. We told them the whole situation. They end up like drinking wine and chatting all night with them and like having a great time. So they said it turned into a really memorable experience. And that's the whole point. You have to be able to pivot, and you have to be able to stay calm and like just figure out a way. There's always a solution. And if they were not safe, we would have had authorities come and rescue them.
No, but that's so amazing because you allow people to go out and have an adventure. Like the way that, as we talk about this, the way that I see it in my head is like you and Lauren are mom and dad for like the kids that want to go and have an adventure. And it's like, okay, but don't go this way. It's like, it's a choose your own adventure, and we're here to support that. And we're not going to stunt what you want to do. Mm-hmm. We'll give you some suggestions and we'll provide the solutions, and we're here for you.
Yes.
I mean, what better way to travel?
Yeah. Yeah. We have to give them our best advice. like I was very honest with them that, hey, this could be dangerous. I wouldn't recommend this. I wouldn't have planned this from start to finish, but if you're gonna do it, let's do it right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Has there been a time, I mean, both of those incidences seem very unpredictable and you were ready to like pivot and be there,
Yeah.
like the pivot unicorns you are. Has there been any kind of experience where it's been unpredictable and you weren't ready for it and you felt like unprepared?
Not that I can think of off
Love
the
that
top
for
of my
you.
head.
That's great
I'm
though.
sure, like, knock on wood,
Well,
that
yeah,
it'll happen
yeah.
eventually. But like I said, we have those partners, we have that backing that we just know who to call. Like if we can't figure it out, let's utilize our partnerships and have someone else that maybe can come up with another idea.
That's great security in anybody that books with SYNT Travel to know that like not only can you create the whole itinerary and give the experience that we want to have, you can also make sure that like if anything does come up, you can squash it before it happened.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, we like to say we alleviate the problem before they even know there's a problem.
Yes. And you're only doing travel right now? Like what about relationships, life coaching, any can we have SYNT see you next trip? Like
Oh, we gotta start that right.
have a bunch
Listen,
of
you're getting my wheels turning. I will. Don't tempt me.
I'll have you out here filing like 5 more LLCs before the
Right.
day is done. Okay, you had a traveler think their Visa credit card was their travel visa?
Bless his heart.
What? Wait, no, and this is good information because a lot of people don't even know what a travel visa is or that it would be.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? I'm dying right now.
Yeah. So I felt bad for him. So I like to get everyone's documents. So I like to get their passports, flights, if a visa is needed before you enter the country. Again, for anyone who doesn't know, to enter another country, you need a visa. Sometimes you just get your passport stamped on arrival. That is your visa. Sometimes you have to do it ahead of time online. So I asked for all of these things and yeah, again, bless his heart. He sent me a copy of his Visa credit card. So I was like, oh. So I did like, me and Lauren got a little laugh to ourselves.
Yeah.
But then I just thought like, okay, that's sad. Not sad, but it's just he doesn't know what he doesn't know.
He doesn't, yeah.
And he's not a big traveler. He didn't really have accessibility to travel that much. And Lauren likes to remind me, Amanda, this is why people need us. This
Yes.
is why they reach out to us. So we just educated him in a like non-embarrassing way, just very factual. Here's what it is. Here's the link. I didn't mention it's not your Visa credit card. I don't want to embarrass anyone. And he's an extremely intelligent man in other ways. He's just not well traveled. And
Yeah.
that's why people need us. So we have to kind of appreciate it and be thankful for it.
So this is really interesting too. Do you think that travel is a luxury or a necessity?
For me, it's a necessity.
Yes.
For me personally,
Tell me more about that.
I mean, for me, I need new experiences. I need to get out of that like everyday routine. But no, I will say for the majority, yes, it's a luxury. It really is. Not everyone can afford to travel.
That's correct.
Not everyone grew up traveling. I think the millennials have really, especially with social media and seeing like what's out there, we've really like broken the mold. Like my dad didn't travel. My dad wants to travel now at 60 more than he ever did because he sees me doing it.
Well, and I wanted to ask you, when did you get your first passport? Like what was your first experience out of the US to make all of this start? Because you're an adventurer. And like, what was the first time like?
So it was actually me and Lauren. We went to Mexico when we were like barely
Mexico.
21. I know. I mean, it's just like an easy trip.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It was her, I, and another girl, and we were in like the tiniest little red car, and we just drove all through Mexico. And I'm like, is this even safe? Like, we didn't care, not a care in the world. And then after that, I ended up meeting my now husband, and our big international trip, we went to Bali. So that was like a big one. And from there, that was it. Like,
You were hooked.
completely hooked. Yeah.
I travel for that fact. I got my passport when I was 15, but I didn't actually go anywhere until I was accepted into the Peace Corps in 2012. So my first stamp in my passport was to Rwanda.
Wow.
And I remember arriving in the host country. Obviously, we know that the world is big. We learn about it in school. To experience it, is a whole nother magnitude of what's capable in life.
Mm-hmm.
And you help facilitate that opportunity for everyone to be able to see that the world is bigger than the four walls that define them.
Yeah.
And you
The whole
help
point.
hold their hand
Yes.
to get them through it.
Yeah, that's the whole point. I mean, that's beautiful to like really see and just see that, everything isn't how it is in your country. Like there's other cultures, there's other religions, there's other ways of life. And
Yeah.
so every time I travel, I learn and I take something back with me.
Yeah.
And I just get like a better perspective and respect for the world.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Say it louder for the kids in the back. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Okay. How do you approach with compassion while still guiding people through complex stuff? Is that just kind of your natural nature on how you handle things?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, I like to stay very factual and keep in mind that people come to us because they don't
No.
know, they're not well traveled, or they're nervous, or logistically confused or something. So yeah, I try to keep that perspective, and I just give them the facts and the education.
You're going to be a really good mama bear.
Oh, thank you.
You're going to be a really good mama bear. Okay. Question. Do you have a favorite type of client or a favorite kind of trip to plan?
I do.
Okay, tell me more. Tell us more.
Honeymooners.
Oh, okay, yes.
Okay, think about it. Like, set the scene for a honeymooner. They're usually like maybe on the younger side, a younger, fun couple. They're excited. They're exhausted from wedding planning. This is hopefully like a once in a lifetime thing for them. I mean, hopefully they're not getting married multiple times, but no judgment.
Yeah.
I'll plan your second or your third honeymoon if you want me to.
Keep coming back. Yeah,
sure. But it's this, they view it as this really like great opportunity. They're excited. They want to do something out of the norm. I have a lot of honeymooners that were just in Italy, or like I have honeymooners that are going to Africa for a safari. They're like, this is it. This is like going to be a huge trip for us. So they're very excited, which makes me very excited. And they're very open. So I get like a lot of freedom with it. And then we can also add all of those special touches. Like for my honeymooners, I'm calling the hotel. I'm like, we're pulling out all the stops. Like, what can we do for them? I want like notes and balloons and bottles of wine and massages and like all the things. So I just really like to make it extra special for the honeymooners. Yeah.
Okay, I'm booking through SYNT Travel.
I'm so excited.
Let's see. You've said that people often think that they can do it all themselves. We've talked about this already, so let's run through the perks of SYNT Travel. Okay. If you were just traveling on your own, I mean, I feel like as somebody who's traveled, I'm already seeing like all the things that this creates benefit for. But for somebody that doesn't know, the well-seasoned traveler, if they use you, what are they getting that they wouldn't be able to get if they had just done it themselves?
So we have, because of our strong relationships with the hotels and the pull of just being a travel advisor, hotels know that you are going to send them clients and they want you to have a good experience and they want you to be a good liaison for them and the client. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, they offer perks. If you go and you book on like Priceline or budget.com or something, the hotel, to be honest, doesn't really care that much about you. They think, okay, well, if something happens, call Priceline, you booked through them. And Priceline will say, call the hotel, you booked through them. So if you have an issue, but you booked with an agent, it's going to get taken care of right away. Also, we can actually offer real perks like early and late check-in and check-out.
Say that.
100, a lot of times I get like $100 food and beverage credit, maybe a spa appointment, like a massage or something, which is really great.
Yeah.
They'll also just like stock the room sometimes with little desserts and wines and special notes that when you just like get off the plane and you go in your room and there's like this little special note and like a little meal for you and a bottle of wine, you're just like, okay, that little added touch is great. So you're not going to get that from booking yourself. You're really not.
No, you're not. Especially with a mama bear like you out there.
I make sure they're well taken care of.
Yeah, making sure everything's good. What's your personal philosophy when it comes to curating a trip from start to finish?
So my personal philosophy is that I'm creating memories. Like all the logistics aside, it is not about just booking the booking the hotel, booking the transfer. I'm creating memories. These people are having like a family vacation, again, a honeymoon. This trip is special. Maybe this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for them. And I want them to have a good memory associated with travel and also associated with SYNT, so that good memories are ingrained with SYNT. And anytime they go to travel, they're thinking of us. So I just want them to have good memories.
If I were a new traveler or a seasoned traveler, how would I go about finding more information on SYNT or signing up to become a client of SYNT Travel or SYNT Private? Would that just be through the website?
Yeah, so you can go to our website, it's www.synttravel.com,
Okay.
or you can reach out to us on Instagram, SYNT Travel. We always start off with a free consult call for our clients, so we really get to know you. We dive in, we want to know like, what's your vibe, your aesthetic? What's the reason you chose this location? Like, did you see it on Instagram? Do you have a friend that went? Like, what are your expectations for this trip? Like, why do you want to go there? And how can we bring that vision to life? And so we do a really in-depth consult with each client.
That's amazing. It's like, okay, travel is a luxury, but planning your trip shouldn't be.
Yeah, I love that. Ooh, can I
Wait,
use that as my new tagline?
Okay, yeah. Okay, yes, you could. You've talked about moving away from cookie cutter hotels, and can you suggest what accommodations you would suggest for a traveler if you weren't going to suggest something on brand for that kind of theme?
Yeah, so the cookie cutter hotels.
What is the cookie cutter? Like your typical, not the ick.
I might. Can I name them? Am I going to get a cease and desist?
No, you can't name them. You can't name them. We won't call them out.
Rhymes with Schmariot. Okay, no. So let me preface this with, I completely understand that people have, if you're, say, a Marriott Bonvoy or Hilton or an honors member, and you have, you're getting I just lost my train of thought. We'll cut that. Okay, so I want to preface it with saying that I completely understand if you want to be a loyalty member. I know that it comes with its own perks. It comes with saving money. But truly, those hotels, there's, 300 rooms. They don't know who you are. Every room looks the same. It's boring.
You're just
it's so boring. You're just a number.
Yeah.
It's boring. I said what I said. I'm not sorry.
Trending here today first, you heard it.
I just think they're boring. Now, granted, if my client comes to me and says like, I'm a member of this hotel, I'm only going to stay at this hotel. Sure, I will book it for you. I'll try to talk you out of it, but I will book it for you.
Yeah.
I really lean towards a luxury boutique hotel because you've got no sparing of amenities and say maybe 40 rooms. So when you walk in, everybody knows who you are. They know all of your preferences. You get this extremely high level of service and attentiveness like no other. So you feel really special. And they don't, like I said, they don't spare any amenities. And also the boutique hotels really embody the essence and the vibe of a location.
Yes.
So like, if you're in Greece, you want to feel like you're in Greece. I don't want to feel like I'm in Miami, Florida, and I'm staying at the same hotel. What's the point in traveling all that way? I want a little culture. I want a really vibey aesthetic that makes me feel like I'm in that location.
1,000%. Yeah, no. And there's definitely a difference from when you stay in, and when you stay somewhere that really represents the aesthetic and the culture of the place that you're in.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we want experiences. We want core memories.
Yeah.
And
that's like our whole vibe is like we really want the client to like experience that area. We don't want them to just feel like this is any old trip that they could have thrown together themselves.
No, because they can't. They can't do what SYNT Travel does. Okay, so what's trending? Getting away during summer months or winter months?
Winter months.
Really? Was not expecting
People
that.
are now actually doing I would say the shoulder season. So May and September are my busiest months rather than the summers.
Interesting.
People are sick of the heat and they're sick of the crowds.
Yes. Okay. Are people more into loose adventure or planned itinerary all the way to the end?
I think they do come to us for more planned itineraries, but I do leave I like to ask them, how's your pacing? Do you want to be jam-packed or do you want a little wiggle room for some,
Play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. We like that. Would you say that people are booking more through flights, cruises, or trains?
Oh, so train travel has actually kind of researched. And
Like,
there's a lot of like luxury trains.
Would you say it's trending or trains
I
trending?
would say, yeah, they
Oh.
are. Yeah. And then we book more airlines rather than cruises. People will always cruise. I don't particularly love
I'm
a
not a big,
cruise.
I don't like all the people.
And as a
on
travel
boat.
agent,
I
I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying this.
Okay, we'll cut this out.
No, you don't. You can keep it because, like I said what I said. I'm not sorry. I don't personally love a cruise. I love a land travel. I think you have a lot more opportunity to dive into that particular location and the culture.
Yes.
On a cruise, it's like you're stopped at port for a few hours and you're in the most touristy area of the place. Like, boring again, but people love it.
Quick. It's like you're off. You only have an hour to play, and by that time, you've already had.
So sorry to all my cruise clients.
No, I'm sorry.
People love it.
People that are cruisers, you're cruisers. Like that's great. We support that for you.
I see the appeal because it's very easy and they don't have to think much about it. But then again, this is why you have me. Let me just plan a land excursion for you and see if you become a land person.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. You're creating what, and I think that's maybe why people trust or go towards the cruise because it's planned. They know that they're going to be able to get off and go somewhere. That's planned too. There's a little bit of wiggle room, but if you get left, well, then you're gone. But who's reporting on you? Who's saying, oh, wait, we can't find X, Y, and Z?
No, they don't.
Nobody.
No. You. That was in the news recently. I think it was a Norwegian cruise. I'm gonna get in so much trouble for saying all these names.
No.
It was a cruise, and they left some people behind. I mean, they have to leave
when they have to go. They have to go because you're playing with. Yeah.
You can't make everybody else wait on you.
Yeah, and they're ready to. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what else. What else is trending? Could it be, okay, what about places to visit? Would you say like Europe, Asia? What are you seeing?
We book a ton of Europe.
Do you?
I just had 10 different couples, no joke. The same like 2-week span, 10 different couples in Italy. And I was like, well, okay, like really have to think, which one are you? Like
Italy's trending?
Italy's never not trending. Everyone wants to go to Italy. We all romanticize Italy and it's just as incredible as you think it is. But otherwise, I would say we're getting a lot of Africa trips, which is really cool because that's like my favorite.
Yes.
And then we're getting a lot of Ireland and Scotland. I would say Ireland is the new Iceland. Iceland was cool like 10 years ago, and Ireland is like the new Iceland.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, you heard it here first on what's trending travel-wise.
Yeah.
Okay. Amanda, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. This was fun.
I'm ready to book a trip.
Yes.
I mean, let's
For
definitely talk more.
Yes.
I think this could be fun, especially bringing you on to work with like our travel that we do for our expeditions and knowing that you can make these things happen with your
the DMCs. You don't have to remember the name
because you've got it.
Yep.
Things are always working out. Okay. To our listeners, if you're dreaming of travel but dreading the logistics, look no further than SYNT Travel and SYNT Private. We'll drop the links below in show notes. This has been the Trending Today podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Hubbard. Amanda, it's been a pleasure. I hope you come back. I hope I can travel with you. Like, this is just the beginning.
Thank you so much. It was really, really fun.
Oh, and then I think we got the website. If people want to follow you on social, do they follow SYNT Travel or you or Lauren?
They'll follow SYNT Travel or SYNT Private. We have two, and they're both linked on each other. So
okay, perfect.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.